Hey guys, I'm back trying to help everyone with their gadolinium problems, issues. And I think one of the things that I want to talk to you guys today is about something that your doctor actually should know. And even though it's not directly related to gadolinium, it's really just related to overall health, decrease in inflammation, decrease in cortisol, and increasing your ability to sleep and get that circadian rhythm going would be grounding. And this is something that obviously, humans have been doing for millions of years because we evolved with our feet on the ground. And only in the last 300 years, 400 years have we been wearing shoes. And then maybe in the last, since 1962, I guess, I don't know when they created rubber, like actual rubber from oil. I believe maybe it's the 20s. Okay, I gotta look it up, but it wasn't that long ago that we started putting rubber on our shoes and then really disconnecting with the earth. So, what does it mean? Why do we need to be connected to the earth? Well, the earth actually resonates at a certain frequency. Um, and this frequency is so called 7.86 hertz or 7.68 hertz, somewhere in that frequency. It's called the Schumann resonance. And that is a sound that the earth makes that we actually don't hear, but the earth is vibrating and it's sending these signals out. And then when we step on the ground, we get that frequency in our body, and that actually resonates in our cells and organizes our cells to heal. So that's like the very simplistic rationale. But I'm going to post the study. There was a study done, I believe, in 2014, an NIH study showing the effects of grounding on wound healing, cortisol level, and overall ability to sleep. And and inflammation. Inflammation, as you guys know, is the trigger to diseases. So your body starts to get inflamed, it's fighting something, the white blood cells are up, and it leads to more and more repercussions with the whole system of the body overall. So, how do you ground? Well, there's a couple of different ways to ground. One of the issues we have now in Western society is that we have put electric lines and pipes through the ground. And so that can kind of negate some of the effects of the magnetic force of the earth. So I'm very lucky. I live by the beach and I try to go there every morning. And, in my previous videos, I've talked about grounding in the morning, put your hands and feet in the ground, but I haven't really, showed you guys studies on it. So the studies, I'm going to link that study in the information below. But you can put your hands and feet in the ground. You can walk on the ground in the morning with that morning sunlight to get into your eyes to reset that circadian clock on the light cycles that we work on. All of that's going to help your body start to rev up its healing process. So anyone that's been affected with gadolinium, there's no quick fix. This is a lifestyle change that you're going to have to make to engage your body to start the healing process. And any pain and discomfort that you're feeling, my recommendation, I'm not a doctor, but I would definitely go for the CBD products that are actually really good CBD, like the New Leaf products are really good. But aside from that, we have to get our bodies in the healing mode. And in order to do that, we need to make sure that we have organized resonance in our body. And this is something that you can do for free. So instead of going to all these doctors, no one's going to tell you this. These doctors aren't there to promote free things. They're there to give you prescriptions. And I'm not saying prescriptions are bad. If your doctor recommends something, you want to do the research on it, you can't get up in the morning because you're in so much pain and you have to go to work. By all means, you do whatever it takes. Don't think for a minute that you shouldn't do something. I mean, if your doctor's recommending it, I would highly look it up and see if it's right for you, weigh the pros and cons, but also look for alternative things. I mean, there's so many complementary things out there. One of them actually is this deuterium depleted water that I'm drinking. This is from Hydro Health. This is a company that used to be the distributor of Clariva. They no longer distribute it anymore. They now have put into place a plant in, I believe, Arizona that goes ahead and produces this deuterium depleted water. It has been lab tested, so you can look them up online, Hydro Health. They're actually less expensive than Clariva, a couple of dollars a bottle less. This stuff is actually like, the idea is like medicine. I mean, it tastes amazing, it's water. But you don't want to drink like 3 bottles a day, especially when it costs like $7.50 a bottle. But this is going to, and research the deuterium depletion yourself, because it is pretty phenomenal. When you get the right water, how effective it is for your body to also get it into the healing mode. I don't usually recommend this unless you're really, really sick, just because it's very pricey, but the studies show also with this that it works as well. So I drink a bottle a day at 25 parts per million. I can refresh you guys on the deuterium situation, but 25 parts per million would mean that each part per million of water, H2O, has a D in it. Our regular drinking water is 155 parts per million deuterium. Our bodies prefer hydrogen, so the more hydrogen we get in our water, which this is 25 parts per million deuterium, so it is way less deuterium per part per million than a regular bottled water. You can get a reverse osmosis system and filter your water that way. That's not going to deplete the deuterium, but it is less expensive than buying regular bottled water also, because those things are like $225 for one of those, canisters. You're also helping the environment because you're not using these plastic bottles. I don't particularly love them, but we still have recycling in Miami, so I recycle them. In any case, I do a lot of research. I'm constantly researching. So if any of you care to look up my website, Bioenergy Wellness Miami, you can always sign up for a consultation. I can try to help you out. I live with this horrible disease. I'm still living with it. I mean, once you have it, you have it. And I'm constantly monitoring my health in terms of having any rebounds with the brain fog and the headaches, and it seems like autoimmune, responses to this contrast agent. But we can all heal, and we can all get better on our own. And doctors don't have a cure for this, so you're going to have to use the alternative route. And your belief system should really be that you can help yourself, because you can. Doctors don't have all the answers. By the way, I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just giving you ideas. And again, look for the link for the study on the grounding. One thing that we did really quickly is we bought grounding sheets for our bed so we could get maximum grounding while we're sleeping. And we bought those on Amazon, so you can look that stuff up too. And that's it. So hope that this was informative, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them, and sending healing love. Thank you.